Good evening, everyone. Good evening, folks. How y'all doing today? This is Yusuf Chowdhury, tuning in live from San Antonio, Texas. It is 9:03 p.m. Central Time. Just give me a few seconds here so I can go ahead and share this on my Facebook business page, the Online Business Owners. That's my Facebook business page. Okay, folks, let's get started. So, tonight's subject, this is the workshop that I gave today, right here. I'm just basically going to go through the presentation, okay? And the subject for tonight was, based on the demand and request and how, basically, it's on YouTube. And the subject was on how to increase visibility, understand how to use YouTube analytics, what are some of the keyword tools that we can use to come up and do research with interesting search terminologies, question based titles, and whatnot. And what's the deal with the COPPA, the COPPA rule for YouTube? What's going on, Loki? Thank you for tuning in. So, that is going to be the subject for tonight. And the topics that I'm going to cover, I won't be going through the statistics and how to set up the YouTube account, but I'm going to talk about, I'm going to share some tips on how to increase the visibility for your YouTube videos. How does one increase visibility here, even on Periscope? That's an excellent question. That should be on a different. We'll do it next time. I'll probably do it tomorrow on how to increase visibility on Periscope. But tonight's topic going to be on YouTube. Okay, so I'm going to share with you some of the tips on how to increase visibility on YouTube. We'll talk about some of the helpful tools like the keyword research tools and how to do keyword research, for example, and also talk about, especially if you look at the YouTube analytics, it comes with so many options on the back end. I would tell you there are some areas that you need to kind of pay close attention to and look at those information. And at the end, we'll talk about what is the deal with the new rule. You're the only one here, though. And that's a good one. Okay, I got a couple of folks on Facebook and YouTube as well. All right. So let's start first. Before even talking about the what you call it, the visibility or how to increase visibility on YouTube, let's talk about the planning your strategy. So before talking about the visibility itself, how are you planning your YouTube videos? What is your strategy? What kind of content you are creating out there? Are you creating some type of content like, tips, how to videos, educational videos, tutorials, interviews, testimonies? So even if you create those sort of content, it has to be targeted for your ideal audience or the ideal customer. Does that make sense? So you cannot just create a content without knowing who's your audience. It's very important to understand who is your bias persona. It also it's also very important to know who is your actual customer so you can provide the content for them. Make sense? That's number one. Number two, once you come with an idea and how you're gonna go about putting those YouTube videos, then of course you have to optimize the videos. When I talk about optimizing the videos, I'm talking about making sure that the titles is relevant. You did some sort of keyword research and research on the type of subject your audience are looking for, making sure that all the title tags and description, the call to action properly set up on the description part of the YouTube videos, right? Then get the traffic from YouTube video itself back to your website. Now, why do I say that? Because even though you're using YouTube videos to put your material, you utilize it for your business and whatnot, or as a hobby, at the end of the day, you don't own YouTube. Makes sense? You don't have a full ownership. So anytime if you get flagged or for whatever reason, they can shut it down. So why not bring all those traffic eventually or your audience back to your website? Make sense? And the last one, you have to focus on engagement and interaction. How can I make my YouTube viewers engage more and interact and like and subscribe and so forth? Okay, so these are some of the basic ideas when it comes to how to plan the types of YouTube content videos and how to strategize. Okay. Hey Adam, what's going on? Thank you for liking the video, brother. I appreciate it, man. Okay, so that's the first thing. So make sure you have a proper planning and a strategy on how to put the videos out. Now, let's say you have the channel is ready and you're putting the content, but for some reason you're not getting enough visibility, enough traffic. So let me share some of the tips right here. I would say the first thing will be is focus on how to make your shoot in the dark essay. What's going on? Thank you for tuning in, man. The first thing is I'm talking about how to increase visibility on YouTube. So the first thing is focus on your the what do you call it, the thumbtack, or the thumbnail for your YouTube videos, right? Because if you don't upload an image or a custom image for your videos, what happens, YouTube automatically will pick any scenes and it will just put it out there, right? So that's going to be a little bit awkward, because if you're talking and doing some videos, might be like a funny face, and that's going to be the first thing that the viewer is going to see. It might be interesting, it might not be, who knows. But if you're like everybody else, there's no distinction, right? There's no differentiation from the rest. But if you have a thumbnail that has the subject or the title with the big letters and of your if you make videos by yourself with your face, like a personal brand, then you can have your face on it, or you can use some other interesting background. Sonia, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in. I'm talking about how to increase visibility on YouTube. So initially I talked about planning and the strategy, and now I'm talking about I'm sharing some of the tips on how to increase it. So the first thing I mentioned, start with the thumbnail. Make sure the thumbnail or the thumbtack stands out. Try to make sure that the thumbnail doesn't blend in with the whole design of the YouTube itself. If you are going to use text, make sure the texts are large. You have a thumbnail with your face and a big, large text that is easy to read on the mobile device and also easy to read from the desktop. And that text is going to be the subject of your video. So you have the same subject that is on the title, right? So these are tip number 4. Tip number 5 is use use keywords or question-based titles. Okay, and I'm going to show you some of the tools that you can use to do that. Because in order for you to have a content that is interesting for your audience, you have to find out what kind of question they ask, what kind of searches they use to find a specific YouTube content. Okay. And the tools that you are going to use, I will recommend a few of them. For example, keywordtool.io. Let me just start that. Keywordtool.io. Keywordtool.io. It is not fully free, but the first search result that you get, the 10 of them, it's free, but all the others going to cost you. But use the free option for now. Then you have this another awesome tool called Answer the Public. I'm going to show you in a few seconds. And of course, another one, it's if you have a Gmail account, then definitely use Google Keyword Planner, which is part of the Google AdWords. Okay, because you got to do some research to find out what other terms and content and the materials that my audience are searching. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Okay. So these are some of the tools that you can utilize, and I'm going to show them in a few minutes. So that was tip number 5. Tip number 6, the tools that I mentioned. Tip number 7, start with an introduction on your description. So what happens sometimes, I've noticed that some YouTube videos or businesses, they talk about certain interesting subjects and how-tos and whatnot, but they tend to forget to add their website on the description. So start with an introduction about your website, then explain what the video is about in a short format. Make it very interesting, because the SEO on YouTube is not the same SEO like on Google search, even though it's owned by Google. Okay, So you start with introduction on your description. You make sure that the description itself has some sort of relevant keywords on them, and mention the website. So for example, if you are into yoga, right? So you can describe, for more information, visit this website X, Y, and Z. This is a step-by-step guide on how to start the basic yoga for beginners. This video will show how to implement the yoga technique, strategies, or methods to improve your health or to improve your back pain and so forth. So that's the snippet that comes below the video itself. So if you make it interesting in that format, that should work, right? And after that, what you do, you can add more content, because what happens when the viewer is going to see the video, or before they play the video, they can look at the description and they click on show more. So when they click on show more, then you can have more information, not necessarily about the video, but more information about other sites, other social channels, describing some of the benefits of this video. You can talk about why this video is important, how it's beneficial. Does that make sense? So I would recommend not less than 300 words additional description material in that section. Okay, and don't forget to add the website in the beginning of the description of the content within the description box, and also at the end. Okay, with a proper relevant call to action, like, for more information, click this, or if you want a 10-tip checklist on how to get started, click the link and so forth. Because now you can take those viewers back to your website that could have a landing page, and now you can grab their name and email addresses, right? Because you cannot, even if you get a lot of subscribers from YouTube, you won't be able to email them for more information, right? So why not grab those interested audience back to your website and get their name and email addresses, right? Also, one of the tips on how to increase the visibility of your YouTube videos is to create a playlist. And the benefit of the playlist, it makes it much easier for the viewer to go through certain topics. It makes them have a good a great experience when they browse through your channels. So make sure create a playlist for your YouTube channel. Try to use bracket within the title. So if you have 10 step on how to start yoga, bracket new methods 2020, for example. And this is something that HubSpot, basically, the company HubSpot, did a research, and according to the case study, they basically said that almost more than 33% of a viewer are going to click on a video in the title that has a bracket. And when you write the title for your video, right, make sure that the characters within the title is between, like, I would say 45 to 50 characters, including spaces, right? Now, what other option that I can have my video to be more discoverable by the YouTube search engine itself? Well, you can use tags, but what happens, you don't have the option for you to find tags of your competitors' videos or suggested videos, right? But there's an awesome tool like TubeBuddy or Video IQ that can help you to view some of these popular tags on your competitors' videos or suggested videos. Make sense? One is called, one of my favorites, TubeBuddy. It's a Chrome extension. They have a free service and also paid version of the service as well, but the free one does the job. So check out TubeBuddy and Video or vidIQ. Okay, vidIQ. In a few minutes, I want to show you those links. Then make sure that your video, this is a common mistake that I see, that make sure that when you upload those videos, you select the proper category for that video. Okay. All right. Then when you look at your competitors, or if you look at, how sometimes when people watch a video on the left hand side, there are other suggestions for other videos. It might be frustrating for you because you want to show your content, but YouTube will recommend other similar content, and that's perfectly fine, because now you can use it to your advantage. If for some reason YouTube is recommending other videos similar to my content, my subject, you can look at those videos, look at their statistics, make sure if they're receiving constant traffic that's going up. Use the TubeBuddy or vidIQ to see what kind of tags they're using, which tags are relevant and popular that brought traffic to their videos that I can use it on my videos. Okay, so that's another tip to increase the visibility. Share your YouTube videos on other social channels. Okay, And I know every social channel is going to probably prefer that you're going to share the content within their own platform, but this is another way to you to get exposure from a third-party sites or backlinks. Like for example, somebody take your video and embed it on their website, then you can basically your YouTube analytics will tell you that. But go ahead and promote it in some of the social channels that you are using. Okay, and mention some of these the key terms and the keywords that you're using on the title. Try to mention it on the video itself when you put the video up there. You can also go to the YouTube's dashboard and go through the closed captioning, because automatically YouTube will caption your speech, but it doesn't come out perfectly correct. So you have to go back and fix it and update it. And you can also download it. It comes in a notepad format, the text file, and upload it back with the correct text, so people that cannot hear, they can see the text, right? Don't assume that they can read lips, but some they can. So they can read it, and also you can put the transcript on the description, and you can use that transcription. I'm sorry, that closed caption transcript. Transcript. Sorry about that. I was like, I can't even speak. On your own website, so you can have the video on your website with the transcript, because that can help with the search engine. There's more content out there. If your video is like 10 minutes long or even an hour, you have bunch of text for the search engine to go to basically the bot can discover the content on your website, and it will send more traffic to that blog page, and from there you can get more traffic to the YouTube videos. Make sense? So that's what I mean by feature your videos on your blog with the full transcript as a blog post. Just understand that the YouTube rank is not the same as Google, because what comes on Google, if your YouTube video comes on Google's first page, it doesn't mean it's going to come on the first page of YouTube, and vice versa, because the algorithm is a little bit different. YouTube likes if you have some sort of increase in your engagement. When I say engagement, I'm talking about comments, likes, share, and subscribers. So the more subscribers, the more likes and comment and share, that can actually help your video to be basically ranked within YouTube. All right. So we talked about the planning strategy. We talked about tips on how to increase the visibility. Now let's talk about some of the helpful tools, mostly keyword tools. Let's talk about that. So when it comes to helpful tools, so for the thumbnail, you can use Canva. Canva has an option where you can create this awesome thumbnail for your YouTube videos. And make sure when you make the thumbnail for your YouTube videos, make sure that they're consistent in terms of the design with the rest of your videos based on the categories or the playlist that you have. Okay. If you don't want to use Canva, TubeBuddy has that feature as well for you to create the the thumbnail. Okay. Then make sure you have the TubeBuddy or vidIQ. Use the Answer the Public. Use Google Keyword Planner. Check out keywordtool.io and also BuzzSumo. BuzzSumo has a feature where you can select the YouTube tab and tap the keyword, let's say yoga, then it will show you the most popular videos with that terminology. So it will give you some ideas on what kind of content I can bring, what kind of title I'm going to use. And at the same time, I can research these popular YouTube videos so I can grab the tags from them, look at the description, and apply it on my own videos. Make sense? So these are some of the helpful tools. So how I'm going to use these tools to do a proper keyword research. Safwan, walaikum salam, brother. How you doing? Thank you for tuning in. So how can I do a proper keyword research for YouTube content? The first thing is basically you can use a question-based search term. So you can use answerthepublic.com to find out what kind of popular question your audience are asking. You can go to YouTube search box or even the Google search box. When you tap a keyword, you know how sometimes Google will auto-complete that term, or even the YouTube search box will complete the auto term. Look at those. Number 3, look at what people also ask, and you can also look for other suggested keywords, right, to the autocomplete search. Then, of course, as I mentioned, don't forget to check Answer the Public, Google Keyword Planner, and keywordtool.io. YouTube search box. And YouTube trends is okay. You can, because the thing with the YouTube trend, it depends on what's trending out there. So if there's something trending that can be relevant to your business, then you can utilize it. Okay, and of course the BuzzSumo. Now, so that's when it comes to the tools. That's how you are going to use the tools to find the best titles, best keyword, and search terminologies, so your audience can find your material, your content, and get the visibility. And now let's talk about what areas that I need to pay more attention when it comes to YouTube analytics. Okay, so when you log into your YouTube analytics, there's so many options, there's so many areas within the backend that can sometimes confuse you, right? I'm just going to tell you what you need to focus on, the most important part. So there are so many, you can learn those later, or maybe I can do a full workshop on those analytics in details. Just let me know. But for now, what I would recommend, that if you want to look at the YouTube analytics, look at watch time. So watch time basically is the overall average number of how many minutes people spend time watching your videos. Click views, or basically are clicks, or how many clicks your video got, but it doesn't say how many minutes they spend watching, whether they watch the whole video till the end or in the middle. It doesn't tell you that. It only tells you how many clicks the video got. The average view duration basically means it will show you if how many viewers saw the full video, or half, or 20%, or 50%, or so forth. So that's what the average view is, will tell you. Demographic talks about the location, the age, the gender, then the number of subscribers, the number of impressions. That basically means how many times the video showed up on the YouTube search. Device type, Android, iPhone, desktop, laptop. Likes and dislikes, video list, like from which list I got the traffic, the comment, and the sharing. So these are the one I would ask you to kind of focus on, because if you have a 10-minute video and almost 90% are watching it, that's good. That means working. If only like 30% watching it, that means you have to change the timing, for example, right? If it's a demographic, you have to figure out, if I'm focusing on San Antonio and the majority of my YouTube traffic coming from San Antonio, then I'm doing something good, right? So remember, look for watch time, views, average view duration, demographic, subscribers, impression, device type, likes and dislike, videos in the list, comments, and sharing. Okay, so look for those when it comes to the YouTube analytics. Now, what's a new thing last year? In fact, in January of this year, they enforced this new rule. It's called COPPA, which stands for Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. So there was a situation where the FTC, the U.S. Federal Trade Commission, and the New York Attorney General basically sued YouTube for $170 million for violating the COPPA, the Children's Online Privacy Protection. And because of that lawsuit, they now YouTube basically telling us that you have to make sure that if your YouTube videos are meant for kids or not. If it's not for kids, just pick not meant for kids. Okay. The whole idea behind this, because the law trying to prohibit, it's not a new law. I think it was started like in if I'm correct, 1998, I believe, right? But they just amended it in 2003. So the whole idea behind this law is to prevent websites from gathering personal information on children whoever's younger than 13 years old. That was the whole idea behind it. I mean, you can go to FTC and just do a search about Google LLC and YouTube LLC cases, and you can read the information in detail. Okay, so now what's going to happen? YouTube will no longer going to collect the data on viewers, like the cookies from the browser, and it will not show them targeted ads. So when you run YouTube ads, you can select the audience. So if your YouTube videos is for kids, they're not gonna get the targeted ads. They will get ads based on what they view. Okay, but in terms of the channel itself, they're gonna lose a lot of features. Like there's not gonna be comment section. There's not gonna be the card section, or the how at the end of the video you can have screens that people can click and go to another video. You won't have that. So some of the features are gonna be disabled, and I believe 60 to more than 80% of income going to be lost for those channels that make videos for children. You know what I mean? Because if you're making shows like toys for children's, and you're going to say this is for children, then it's not basically you cannot monetize it. So that's going to hurt them. But for most businesses, I would just say select not meant for kids. And what's going to happen? All you have to do, you go to your YouTube Creator Studio, go to channel, right? Because you can set up the new rule on the channel level or on every single video level, right? So when you log into your YouTube Creator Studio, go to the settings. From there, advanced setting, then under the audience, select no, this content is not meant for kids, even though if the content is doesn't have any indecent stuff. Make sense? I think it's um, monopolizing all kids content to big players like Disney. I mean, that's an excellent point, so fun. But YouTube also has like YouTube for kids, which makes no sense. But a lot of things happen due to the lawsuit as well. They just basically, according to them, that they just don't to follow the whatever the lawsuit was for. You know what I mean? So what happens if nobody comply with this? So according to the FTC, that if you don't comply with this rule, the FTC they can fine you anywhere up to like $40,000 per mislabeled video, but they're not gonna go after YouTube. So you are responsible. So to be safe, just select the option, not for kids, and that's it. You know what I mean? So that's all I wanted to share today with you guys, very briefly. So if y'all have any question about YouTube, let me know. Let me go ahead and share the screen and share with you some of these tools that I talked about. Here we go. This is a keyword tool, as you can see at YouTube. So if I type yoga here, for example, so this tool will tell me the most popular search term, let's say, within YouTube. See that? All these are covered because it's not free. If you pay for it, then you can see more information. But here, I can see what is popular under the word yoga. Yoga, 42 keywords. News, I don't know what the heck, it all looks weird. 5, yoga-san. Let's try kayaking. Kayaking in Norway, kayaking in Canada, kayaking fails. Could be some funny videos. Kayaking with a dog. Kayaking across the Atlantic. Yes, Safan, go ahead. Feel free to ask, please. So that's one of the tools you can check out to see what kind of popular keywords within the YouTube. You can also look at questions. What is kayaking sport? You see that these are the popular questions that people search in YouTube. What muscle does kayaking work? Is kayaking a good workout? So now, if you want to do a video based on this question, because you're not assuming this question, these are actual questions that your audience asked in YouTube. Okay, and you can also look at the hashtag for social media posts. So this is a pretty awesome tool. Again, it's not free, but the free version can give you limited information. Use that information to your advantage. What happens if you repeat the one keyword for the video like 50 times? Would the video come up first for that keyword? Nope, it won't. That is called keyword stuffing. You might get in trouble for that. You have to keep everything natural. Even when you write the title, it has to be very natural. For example, 5 tips on how to start yoga for beginners. Very humanly readable. So the yoga for beginners, that's the keyword. In the description, if you want to learn 5 steps, yoga for beginners, like that. So you have to mention it that is humanly readable. You don't want to, just stuff and makes it look like weird. Don't ever do that, because that's completely can be considered unethical practice. Excellent question, though. The second awesome tool I would highly recommend is Answer the Public. Again, it's not fully free, but the first time you do a search, you can download all those in Excel sheet and go through them later, right? So the cool thing about this tool, let's say I want to do kayaking video, so now I can see from this tool a popular question that my ideal audience are asking, and all the information coming from Google's database. Look at that. Look at all this amazing. This is a seed keyword. What, how, why, who, when, which, can, where, will, are. See that? How does kayaking affect the environment? How is kayaking good for you? So when I click on this question that my audience were asking, now it will take me to Google. Then it will show me what kind of content showed up. Then I can also do more research by looking at people also ask. See, I can use this for my YouTube videos. I can look at these titles, why they're important, why they're so popular, why they're on the first page. I can scroll down and look for more keywords. Make sense? Pretty awesome. So that's not it, but look, there's more. See? There's more questions. So now you have no excuse to tell me that you don't have any more ideas on putting content out there. If you are doing some research and find out these are the questions that your audience are asking, why not make videos to answer their questions? Okay, this is super, super amazing. Okay, and of course, Google Keyword Planner, which is a free service. So once you log in with your Gmail account, make sure if it's the first time, there's an option that it will ask you to, or basically will force you to enter your credit card to run the campaign. Make sure you click the skip the guide and just go directly to the tools and setting, and from there go to planning. Then from planning, go to keyword planner. Once you log into the keyword planner, type San Antonio, for example, type the keyword, and it will give you all the keyword that is popular within your location. This is the awesome TubeBuddy, the tool that I told you. They do have a free version, and the free version does most of the work. You can just configure this on your Chrome extension. It does a lot of cool stuff. They have also a bunch of videos to show you how to use the tool. A lot of well-known influencers are using it. So I highly recommend to look at this. See, advanced shortcut links, how-to videos, and advanced analytics tool right here. Bulk tools for cars, annotation, thumbnails, and descriptions. Optimizing promotion and management tools on every video. See that? And you can also make thumbnails. It will also help you to find the tags of popular videos. So it's really, really awesome. So check it out. Make sure you use this heavily if you are focusing on YouTube. The other one that is similar to TubeBuddy, it's called vidIQ. Okay, vidIQ does something similar with extra features. You can test both and see which one do you like. But whatever you use, just use one of them. Okay. So check out the vidIQ. They say request a demo. You see, TubeBuddy is much easier, but this one has some extra feature. You can check it out. Last but not least is the Canva. As you know, Canva, you can make a lot of cool graphic from Canva as well. Okay. So that's it, folks. That's all I wanted to share tonight on how to increase visibility, how to do keyword research, and what kind of tools to use, and what to look for in YouTube Analytics, and what is the issue with the new COPPA rule. Okay. So that's it. It is 9:35 p.m. Central Time. Let me know if y'all have any more questions. I hope you were able to write down those links, or you can just go back to the replay and make sure you write down those websites that I shared with you. Okay. So if y'all have any more questions, let me know. It is 9:35 p.m. Central Time. I'm going to wait for another 1 or 2 minutes. If nobody asks, then I will go ahead and bounce. Okay, everybody. Jake Van, what's going on, brother? Thanks for liking the video. Can you share the website here, please? You mean on the comment section? Come on, man. Okay, Stefan, 1 second. Let me go ahead and type it for you. Just 1 second. All right. Yeah, I'll go ahead and share. Just hold on a second. Give me a few minutes here. C-3975. Absolutely. Even though the topic is not about the website, but I'll still look up that for you. Go ahead and share your website for me. I'm gonna share some of these links to Safwan right here. Okay, we got the YouTube public keyword tools. I checked out Canva, but it only has it. No, Canva is free. So far, Canva is free. It's the 30-day trial. That's for extra additional service, but the Canva itself is 100% free. They have their own design for free. If you want to upload your own images, you can do that. But they also sell different designs for $1. But they have an additional feature where you can pay to have some of the design to be done in one click and whatnot, similar to like relaythat.com. One second. All right, so fun. So here's some of the links. So make sure you save them. Like I said, Canva is free, so make sure you log in. Just don't hit the free trial option. You can log in with your Facebook and Google. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, it's canva.com. Let's see. My God. C-373975. That's one of the longest domain. I'm peaceable. Dream Vacation LC. Sometime when you share the domain, make sure you have like capital I, capital P, capital D, and V LLC. So it'll be easy on the I to read. Okay. I see the logo. It's kind of a little bit hard to. Let's see this website. Did you build this? Peaceable Dream Vacation. Terms of service. Okay, so let me go ahead and share the screen. C-3975 want me to look at the website. Yeah, TubeBuddy is awesome, you know. So if you're using TubeBuddy, then stick to it. All right, so there you go. So C dash, this is your site. So let's talk about it from a user experience. So for the user experience, you have this phone number right here. It's gray. It's not easy to read. The email address, it should not be visible publicly, because if it's visible publicly like that, you are basically going to attract spam. So you're going to get a bunch of spam emails. So remove this. Have the phone number and make sure the phone number is big and clickable. Social media icons a little bit bigger. Or you can just take the social media icons on the bottom, because if the objective of the website is to book travel now, if that's your money-making machine, then all the focus has to be right here. The blue color matches the domain, so I wouldn't do that. I want the call to action button to be completely off color, maybe orange, yellow, or red. Okay. And the logo, if you can make sure the text is easy to read, that's all it matters. This part looks nice, but the text has to be easy to read. Okay. Same thing here. All these home promotions, destination, about, contact, book now is not easy to read because the color of the text. Enlarge the font 14 to 16 inch and make it darker. Slider doesn't work nowadays anymore. This is 22. I would just have one image with one main call to action. The issue here, again, is so small. I'm not able to read this. I'm not able to see the word Japan here. Too many business in the background. Have just one image with one main call to action. You have to also you have to address your audience first. You don't want to talk about yourself or just about the company. So you can say something like, if you have a specific audience, and I think I asked you before, who is your ideal audience? It's very, very, very important. If you don't know your customer, then the website's not going to do anything. If I, for example, target people, let's say business people who want to travel. So I'm going to say something like, are you a professional who love to travel certain, areas, but let's say because the job or work or whatever you can, or because the fees are high, or you're not finding the proper timing and whatnot. So you have to address the problem to your audience. Then after that, you're going to provide the solution. Impeaceable Dreams Vacation will provide you because X, Y, and Z. Book now or learn more, for example. Okay. Same thing here. I'm not able to read this. This is a distraction. The social media icon is distraction here. If you want them just to look at this, forget this. You don't have to use the sharing button here. It's too distracting. Plus, you also have to look at Google Analytics and the Google Search Console. Figure out, are you getting most of the traffic from the mobile devices or from the desktop, right? Again, small fonts, not easy to read. Make them darker. Make the fonts a little bit bigger. Same thing here, okay? Let's see, promotions. So also, can I get a quick review for my website if it's sure, absolutely, no problem, man. Let me go ahead and review for C-3975 first. So I also noticed that this kind of slippery slope. I like this color of the call to action right here. Search for your perfect vacation. I like this one, C-dash. Okay, travel deals. This is nice, but again, change the color. Not easy to read. Doesn't stand out. These are interesting, but to make it more visual, if you have an image of that place, for example, like the Europe, right? So because interesting images can also be good for the eye. Okay. Destination. Explore destination. How does that work? I noticed it. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Beautiful pictures. Again, change the color, make it darker, make it bigger. I'm also noticing there's some lag and slow. Oh, nothing is happening. Oh, there you go. It took a while. Like froze or something. About. Let's see what's in the about. Again, enlarge the font, not enough text. You have to have a lot of text. We're here to help you plan your trip, whatever the reason you're traveling. We've got you covered. Even if you only need a book. I'm sorry. Even if you only need to book a hotel because you're heading to your family reunion in and you refuse to sleep in your great guest room because that was funny. Because it smells like mothballs. Go ahead and poke around and find what you need and then contact us. Yeah, that's not enough. This called thin content is not enough because the backend is a lot of code, so your ratio is too low. The ratio when it comes to between the text and HTML should be like between, or at least more than 25% and not more than 75. So it's like more than 25%, but less than 75%. So there's a problem right there. Okay. Contact. Let's see. Again, so small. Remove this because the form has the email. So when somebody submit, it goes to that email anyway. So remove the email address. Book now. Let me see how that works. Book now. Advanced travel search. Cruise. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you have a system in the backend. Okay. Good. Now, so that's from the user experience. It's only from the desktop, not from the mobile device. I hope this website is good, mobile friendly. Okay. The first thing first, let's test and make sure the website is mobile friendly. Let's check the speed of the website. Then after that, I'm going to check the on-page SEO. Then if there's any traffic coming in. If it's a brand new website, you're not going to see any traffic. And I'm 100% sure you don't even have on-page SEO done correctly. It's guaranteed. I can tell you that without even looking at it, because I know most of the sites out there don't even do proper on-page SEO. Let's see. Let's make sure that website is mobile friendly. Gonna test. It is 9:47 p.m. Central Time, everybody. Let's see. Still analyzing. I want to make sure that the website is mobile friendly. Still analyzing. Wow, it's so long. It's taking a long time to analyze. Okay, so page is mobile friendly, but there are some issues. Okay, the page is mobile friendly. This is how it looks on the mobile device. See the issue with the 300 pages, screenshot, HTML, that's HTML code. Okay, does anything works there? Okay, so let's see, when you click on page loading issues, there you go, page partially loaded. Not all page resources could be loaded. This can affect how Google sees and understands your page. Fix availability problems for any resources that can affect how Google understands your page. So here it tells you exactly what is the problem. So you can go back to your developer, whoever built the website, and share this. For example, look at these. Googlebot blocked by robot.txt. So some of the images are blocked. Some of the images are blocked. There's some errors. So all these has to be fixed. Okay. JavaScript messages. All right. So there's something you have to work on when it comes to mobile according to this tool right here. The next thing, I'm going to check the speed. Let's see. Let's check the speed of the site. Let's see how's it doing. So when it comes to speed, you have to use several speed tools, not just Google, because the data differ from one tool to another due to different reasons. So I'm going to use GTmetrix and Google speed test. It's still testing, analyzing the speed. GTmetrix also analyzing it. Let's see, what did Google say? So like on the mobile device, 19 out of 100. So there you go. You're ranking. Anything below 49 is bad. And it shows exactly where the issues are. So you can definitely take this link and talk to a developer and see if they can fix all these issues. So when you click on reduce server response, it tells you what the issue is. Render, JavaScript, CSS inline, styles. See, and it shows exactly where it's located on the back end from the coding side. Okay, so a lot of issues. Okay, desktop. Let's see, because the mobile is a little bit different than desktop. So let's see the desktop. 45 is still not that good. Okay, so all these issues, C-3975, make sure you can share this with your developer to fix all these. Okay, let's look at GTmetrix. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Look at that. Something with the images. Okay, it needs to be optimized. Something with the JavaScript. See, in order to load a page, the browser must parse the content of all script tags, which adds additional time to the page load by minimizing the amount of JavaScript needed to render the page and deferring parsing of unneeded JavaScript until it needs to be executed. So it's all, I know, coding language, but you gotta have the developer look at all these and fix it, because that can actually harm you. Okay, So according to the GT metrics and Google speed test, speed is really, really bad. Now let me check the on-page SEO. I'm going to use WooRank, and I'm going to also use possibly SEO Quake, and then after that I will look at your ranking or the traffic ranking. All right. So let's go ahead. Wait on that. So, and see that if you have any questions, feel free to ask while we're doing this. Hey Jennifer, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in. How's everything? How are you? So we check the speed. Now we're gonna check the on page. I'm gonna also turn on the. I've been officially usified. Yes, absolutely, Jennifer. You've been officially super usified. Joseph Sanchez, what's going on? Easy peasy. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you. So let me C-3975. So check out your. Right now, I'm looking at your on-page status of the website. Track users and activity with Google Analytics and the Webmaster Tool, which I'm assuming you don't have it. Images has to be optimized, and meta tag description are missing. So on the home page, it says, "In Peaceable Dream Vacation, let me help you see the world." Well, the thing is, because I'm not sure if your brand is established, but when people go to Google, they look for how to find the best vacation or do you see what I'm saying? So you have to do a keyword research to find out what your audience are looking for, then use the page title for that keyword. For example, best vacation deal offers by In Peaceable Dreams Vacation, for example. So you don't have the keyword right here. The meta tag description is missing. This is very, very important. The meta tag description for this website is missing, and explains here why. Meta tag description allows you to influence how your pages are described and displayed on the search result. As a good description acts as a potential organic advertisement and encourages the viewers to click through your site. So that's missing. You need to have that on the home page. You have tons of images, but with no alternative text or alt attributes. So people who are blind or visually impaired, they don't know what are these images are about. So that's a no-no. So you gotta fix all those. So you have to add alt tags. So you have to explain what each image is about. So if there's an image for Dubai, you can say Dubai skyline, or an image of a Dubai skyline, for example. Let's see what else is there. The Google Search Console is missing. It's very important to have the Google Analytics configured and also the Google Search Console for SEO purposes and other important tasks. Let's see, plugin. Schema is there, that's pretty good. Open Graphic is not configured. You got the SSL certification, excellent. And sadly, you don't have analytics. Oh, it is in WordPress, beautiful. So you need to add Google Analytics, my friend. Okay, Google Analytics is a must. You have to add it on the website and configure every single page. No backlink, no traffic. Gets brand new, and a lot of things are missing, which is your social channels, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Even though your website shows your social channels, but unfortunately, it doesn't match the domain names. If I go to your Facebook, probably it has a different name, or it might not even have a Facebook page. Let's see. Yep, unfortunately, you don't have a social media page, so those pages has to be fixed. The Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Pinterest, if you're using them, they need to have links for those. Right now, they're broken. They don't work. And YouTube, Twitter specifically, you're not gonna have that name in Twitter. That's a problem with your name. So I don't know how you're gonna have that name for Twitter.com/. It's not gonna work. It's gonna probably In Peaceable Dreams, and that's about it. So you gotta come up with the name for all the social media channels to have the exact same name, either Dream Vacations or LLC. So that's gonna be Facebook.com/Dream Vacation LLC. Same goes for Twitter and YouTube and Pinterest. But this long one is not going to fit on all the social channels. It's going to fit on Facebook for sure, and maybe YouTube and Pinterest, but not Twitter. So that's something you have to think about, okay? So make sure you configure Google Analytics and the Google Search Console. Very, very important to have those. And you need to implement on-page SEO because you don't have it right now. So for example, I'm going to show you how and what I mean by that. So your on-page SEO is not there. Okay, so there you go. The home page says Feasible Dreams Vacation. Everything is missing. Keyword density is very bad. The word explore mentioned 6 times. Oh no, that's good. Anything more than 3%, you'll be in trouble. So it looks like everything under 1 or 2%. This is fine. See deals, more deals. It should be okay. All right, let's go with the full diagnosis on the home page. Some issue with the canonical URL. Meta description is missing. No headings. Images with no alternative text ratio. The text ratio on the home page is 13%, which is not that good. It has to be above 25% and less than 75%. So that means you have to add more content. So if you don't know how to write the content, if you don't know how to write a good copy, you can check out writeraccess.com and hire a specialist in the travel niche business and have them write a web copy. Okay. Let's see. So yeah, that's some of the basic on-page SEO is not done. So first start with the user experience, the initial ID that I gave it to adjust those for the user experience. Then focus on keyword research, then implement on-page SEO. Then 3, configure the Google Analytics and the Google Search Console. For now, just do those 3. When you're done, get back with me. Then I'm going to show you how to optimize every single pages. Okay. Make sure you configure or install Yoast and let's see, Monster Insight. So Yoast, they have a free and paid plugin. Just you can use the free one. This will help you to optimize every single pages. It's called Yoast for WordPress. And Monster Insight used to be owned by Yoast, but Saeed Balki, the owner of WPBeginner.com, acquired it. So that's another awesome plugin. If you are going to configure the account in Google Analytics, you can use this plugin to configure your analytics with the website. So make sure you use this plugin for analytics and Yoast to implement on-page SEO. Okay. So let me know if you have any more questions. See this. I don't want to overwhelm you. So the first thing is focus on the user experience of the website, about the message, about the use of it. Configure the Google Analytics and the Search Console. Do the keyword research and find out what your audience are searching online. I noticed that you don't have a blog page, so you want to start writing some content on the page, right? Then once you do all these, the next time I want to tell you and show you, based on your research, how to optimize every single page so you can submit it to Google Search Console for re-indexing the website in the search. Okay. Let me know if you have any more questions. I'm going to go and check out. Hey, Lashonda in the house. What's going on? Thank you for tuning in. Sorry I couldn't see you. Joseph Sanchez, super usified. I need to check Safan's website right now. So let me know if you have any more questions before I jump to another website. It is 10:01 p.m. right here in San Antonio, Texas, Central Time. So Safwan, thank you for the hearts and the likes. I really appreciate it. Safwan, where did it go? Where did you go? Oh, shoot, the comment went away. A revert world. So that's Safwan, my friend. All right, Safwan, are you still there? Let me know if you are still there, brother Safwan, so I can analyze your website. Okay, let's see. Revert World. Revert World, a multimedia platform for Muslims. All right, home, blog, radio, podcast, forum, more. Login. I'm not sure that what login is for. All right, so let's go ahead and check her out. Okay, all right. First thing first, as you can see, I'm not able to read this, my friend, brother. Not easy to read. User experience, not good. Okay. Number two, multimedia platform for Muslims, right? It's called the Revert World. Okay. You tell the story, we set the tone. Very creative, but it still doesn't. You're not talking to your audience. You gotta present the problem and the solution. Okay. Let's see the revert. The revert idea started by interview. Okay, there's a story right here. Good. Interviewing brothers and sisters who have recently reverted or converted Islam, sharing their story with the world. Okay, texts are very small. 14 or 16 inch. Make it a little bit darker. To view this content, click reload. Okay, that's it. Nothing else. No legal disclaimer. I forgot to tell you. See that you need to add legal disclaimer, terms of service, privacy policy, and accessibility policy, which is for the ADA compliancy, the American Disability Act. But the Safa need more links on the bottom. Okay, and legal disclaimer, terms of service, privacy policy, and I'm going to talk about next week on ADA, which is American Disability Act. If your audience are from the U.S., then you got to make sure that you have that for people with disability. Okay. We also upload podcasts of our show in all podcast platform with the following names: the River Podcast. So these links looks kind of ugly. So what you do, you can just tap the word Anchor FM and hyperlink it to the link instead of like this. So let's say Spotify, you can just tap the word Spotify and hyperlink it to the link instead of sharing the whole link. This doesn't look nice. Okay. So blog. I like that you have a chat option here. That's very good to engage. Why this is slow? Blog. As you can see, it's taking a while. Okay, the perfume and the blacksmith and repenting. Only one blog. I wish you can add more. Okay, I guess you're just starting right. You're just starting radio. The background video is kind of distracting. Remember, less is more. The simple, the better. See, this one I like because the background is not too distracting. This is the radio show. That's pretty nice. You can tune in locally on. That's nice. But you also have to give them more option, like iTunes, Stitcher, other places, YouTube. You got to give more option to your viewers, right? Not just this one, and it's not clickable. What is the clicking link? So yeah, here's another problem. I don't see anywhere to click to go to that. Okay, I see you had the place coming soon. Okay, podcast. Check out the Mad Mamluk website. I helped them revamp their website, so check out their website and see how it is set up. Podcast. So these are the podcasts. The thing with the images, if you can, okay, that's just the logo for the thing. Okay, that's good. Forum. I don't know why there's a forum. There's a forum. Okay. Who uses forum these days? More. I don't know why you have more with the same stuff. Members, support, about contact. Okay, deliver discussion. Forum is there. Okay, good. Support, about contact. Login. Okay, that's what the login is for. Okay. All right. So yeah, the background video probably is causing the slowness. So you gotta make sure that when the visitor comes to the website, you have to make sure that their eyes is looking at what you want them to look at. If you have too many things on the background, too many distraction, they're gonna lose focus. Secondly, you have to also look into mobile experience. So how this thing looks on mobile devices, right? There you go. So beside what I told C-3975 about the Google Analytics and Search Console, you can also add Hotjar. They have a free option. I'm not sure, maybe have a free option or maybe trial, or Crazy Egg or Orange, Lucky Orange, because these tools will basically record the mouse movement of your website visitors from the mobile devices and also laptop or desktop. Okay, so that's the design part. There has to be some changes in just the minor design part, make the color a little bit darker, and there has to be a proper message on the front When I come here, it's like a billboard. What I'm supposed to do, what I'm supposed to go. You have to think from that perspective. When the visitor comes in, what do you want them to do? There should be one main call to action, and everything else is a secondary. Okay. Let's go ahead and check the speed. Excuse me. Let's check the speed of the website. I'm gonna put it here. While Google is doing the search, I'm just going to use this tool. Test the site. Let's see the speed. Still thinking. I will do on page, and just like C dash, I knew the on page SEO is not done. It's very common. 9 out of 10 websites out there don't even do on page SEO because they don't know. Oh, C dash, I forgot to check your ranking. If it's still around, let me know. I forgot to check that. Oh my God, look at that, yeah, Akhi Safwan. 11 on the mobile, and here are the issues. Okay, tons of issues, my friend. On the desktop, 40%, not that good either. So once you click on these options, it says exactly where the issue. See? Again, you can use this information, give it to your developers so they can work on it. Let's see what's on the GT metrics. Wow, GT metrics still looking. Let's check the on page still. Let me check if you're ranking though. Come on, come on. Wow. GT metrics still running the analysis. There you go, Akhi. 35 out of 100. Engage and promote within your Facebook presence. Okay. Wow, it didn't even pull up the on page. That's so odd. Never seen this problem before. I don't even see the page title. You have the search console, good. Yeah, SSL certificate, good. No backlink, no traffic. But that's weird. Why I don't have enough data? Okay, GT metrics. Ooh, wow. For some reason, GT metrics is not able to read the whole website to give me a data about the issues of the speed. So you gotta get in touch with the developer, Akhi, to see what's going on. I'm gonna run it again one more time. I'm gonna run this again. Still thinking. Right here. What's going on? It's not working or what? Yeah, that's so weird, bro. I mean, it's not pulling out enough data on the on page. It's just very few. Something might be not right on the website. And even here, I'm not able to pull any traffic. It's not pulling any data. How long have you been running this website? I mean, it looks like it's been there for a while, but I'm not able to pull any data. Nothing is coming up. Let's try the Let's try SEO Quake. Because the Warang didn't pull anything, the search SEMrush couldn't pull anything. There's something not right on the website. So there you go. The page title: Islamic Muslims platform, the Reboot World. It's still not clear what platform. If it's a podcast, then it's going to be Islamic or Muslim podcast. You know. You have the meta description, and make Muslim platform about to discuss important. When you the objective of the meta description is to describe what that page is about. So the page title has to be relevant and different from one page to another, like from the about and home and podcast. They're all going to have their own unique relevant that has the keyword on the title tag. And the meta description has to be unique as well for every single page. They're not going to be the same. But you have to utilize the meta description to speak to your audience. You don't speak in the third person, speak in the first person. Like, hey, are you a revert, or if you're looking into this X, Y, and Z, we provide it, we have it, click the link above. Okay, like that. Your keyword density all looks good. Okay. Let's see, these are all good. Headings are missing. Well, alternative text is missing. Text ratio, see, 7%, not good. It has to be 25% or less than 75%. So that means I have to add more content on every single page. My recommendation, if you can write like more than 300 words, good, great content, go ahead and do that. If not, then hire a copywriter so somebody can write a good web copy for your audience. The schema tag is missing. And I don't know if you have Google Analytics or Search Console. If you don't, make sure you install Monster Insights and Yoast, okay? So, but it does need a lot of on-page SEO. It's been up less than a month now. Okay, that's why then. It's too early for SEMrush to pull any data. I mean, I have to wait for a new website. SEMrush will pull any website that's been more than possibly a few months. I would say 6 and more. Okay, so my suggestion is tweak some of the design and think from user experience. Like, if you're the user, how would you feel? Is it comfortable? Is it easy to find? Is it fast? And think also from mobile. The next thing is just what I told C-3975 is to configure the Google Analytics in the Google Search Console. If you want to invest a little bit more on Crazy Egg, Lucky Orange, or Hotjar, you can also invest in those analytical tools, but you don't have to. Then do more keyword research to find out what kind of terminologies and key terms the Muslim reviewers search online, and optimize all the pages. Excuse me. Once you optimize all the pages, then you can use the Search Console to submit a sitemap and to have the Google search engine to re-index all the pages again. Okay? And yeah, so Analytics, Webmaster, some tweak on the design, make the website fast, and do keyword research and implement on-page SEO, submit to Google for re-indexing. Okay? All right, folks, anyone else want me to look at the website or analyze, or if you have any more question about YouTube? That was the topic, but it's still, since you guys asked and needed some help, I went ahead and run some basic analysis on the website with some sort of feedback. Hopefully, you are going to implement them. Please do implement them, because, some folks, pay me to give them this sort of feedback. You know what I mean? So make sure you implement these, and once you're done with them, you're most welcome, Akhi. Once you're done with them, let me know. Let me look at it so I can give you more feedback on what should be the next step. I don't want to overwhelm you with like 100, tasks to implement. I'm just going to give you a few things. Try to take care of those. Come back. Then we'll continue step by step. Okay, just a baby step. All right. Okay, folks. It is 10:16 p.m. Central Time. Let me know. Why the sad face? Let me know if you have any more questions. I'm gonna wait for one more minute. Let me go ahead and there we go. Let me know if y'all need any more help. I'm gonna wait for one more minute, then bounce. And if y'all have any more interesting subject you want me to cover in the area of digital marketing, let me know in the comment section. If you're watching this as a replay, type the word replay in the comment section. I would also highly appreciate if y'all can share this, tag some of your cool business friends, or invite them. Okay. All right. It is, what was it? seconds ago. Rocky, what's going on, my man? I'm actually leaving, bro. I'm leaving. So you might want to watch the replay. Unless you have a question, hurry up, ask. I'm gonna wait for 1 more minute. All right, folks, it's been a minute. 10:18 p.m. Central Time. What is this? Are those optimization website paid? What do you mean? Like if you want to optimize the pages? I mean, if you do it by yourself, you're not paying nobody. But if you pay me, if you want me to do it for you, then yeah, of course I have to pay. Okay. Uh, website optimization? No. SEO optimization, you have to have somebody do it for you. Okay, somebody who knows what SEO is or what is on-page SEO. I know that my company, we have a team that can do that for you. But if you want to learn, maybe next time you can ask me what is the on-page SEO. Then I'm gonna talk about it and show you how you can do it. Okay. So, but you gotta get back with your developer though, especially with the speed and whatnot. Get back with your developer and have them fix those, and talk about user experience. Is very, very important. A lot of businesses don't understand that your website is like a Starbucks, right? You have to make sure that when the customer come in, they have a good experience. Same thing on the website. Okay. So I'm not sure, Safan, what are you referring to? Are those optimization website paid? I'm not sure. Can you please be more specific or clarify or elaborate? The Yoast and the Monster Host plugin are free. Google Analytics and the Search Console is free. Hotjar, Crazy Egg, Orange Lucky, they all do the same thing. You can just pick one of them. They are not free, but they have free options, or they have a free addition. They have free limited features that you can start with. Some of them might have a 14-day trial. Some of them you can just use free for limited options. Okay. All right, folks. Thank you so much, and I always appreciate you all tuning in. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Okay. So bye bye for now.